We're supposed to get into talking to John Morant today. Somehow
Dude,
we
who
were
cares
into
about that guy?
buttholes, and I guess John Morant's making his career into a big butthole because he doesn't know how to stop showing guns on the internet, dude.
Well,
Like,
it's funny because like if you're a gun YouTuber, you can go blast off automatic shotguns that are probably illegal. And
oh
nobody
yeah,
really cares.
yeah,
The second you're a star basketball player,
yeah. But he was never. But it's not. He's not even around. The criticism with him is apparently he's not even from an area or from an environment where maybe that was
well,
his
dude,
upbringing.
maybe
Like,
he just wants to enforce his Second Amendment right
yeah,
to
yeah,
bear.
definitely,
I mean,
definitely.
I heard he aimed it at his head though, which is probably like he was all like,
Yeah, I think. Well, that was for sure the first one, and that was so
yeah.
you got. So for people that don't know, John Morant is an NBA superstar, bona fide superstar. Dude, he scored 46 points against LeBron's Lakers in a playoff loss, mind you, but it was
In a loss.
in a
Yeah.
loss, but in the playoffs this
No,
season.
that's
Like
just impressive.
he's
46
crazy. He's
points.
very talented, but he actually signed his shoe deal, a sneaker deal with Nike last year. They released the shoe this year, just prior to the release of that shoe. He has a video come out. He's on IG Live, and he pulled like somebody saying something to him in the comments, or somebody, I don't know, who's talking shit to somebody, pulls up a fucking gun, and that's the one that you're referencing, where he's all like, ah, da, da, da. And yeah, the league is like, you represent the league. You sign contract. I don't know what the rules are, so I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I know what the rules are, but you can't do that. The league's like, no, so they suspend him for 8 games, I think it was, and he got a big fine. Nike didn't say anything to my knowledge, but he comes back.
He gets his shoe still. You can
Yeah,
buy it if you want.
I think his shoes. They're probably gonna go on sale like the Kyrie's though, which is
Oh,
kind of
dude,
good for us.
That's good,
as
but it's
consumers.
also bad because the Kyries went on sale. Also, they probably should have just been on sale in the first place because they was cheaply made.
Yeah,
They were
the
very
new ones.
cheaply made.
I had the
They
Kyrie
eat my
4s
ankles.
or something, and they were very good. But I've heard that the newer ones were cheaper.
No, they eat my ankles.
But yeah, so they apparently, so shoes fine, nothing with that. He plays. He has the playoffs. Some turmoil with the team. One of the guys on the team, the Memphis Grizzlies, have just looked like shit lately because they had one of their guys, one of their starters, talk mad shit to LeBron, Dylan Brooks, and then end up playing so terribly in that series that the Grizzlies just put out a statement saying he will not return to the team next year under any circumstance.
Under any,
Yeah, so he
even if we need his position.
yeah,
not
this is
coming
not
back.
coming back. We're not taking him. So then Ja's teammate gets fired, right? And then they lose the series to LeBron, of course. And now it just come out yesterday or 2 days ago. He was on IG Live, not his IG Live, a friend's IG Live. There's only like 100 some
So
people
he's-
watching.
So he's trying to hide himself. He's like, I can't be doing
And he
this
pulls-
to my thousands
Well,
of subscriber followers. but-
Yeah, and he pulls the gun out, and then the dude that's with him realizes it like after a second. He's like, "Oh shit!" And he like puts the phone up to his chest to like make the screen black, and he tells him to put it away. And then they keep going, and I watched the clip, like the replay of it. There was only like 100 some people watching,
Dude, who is this guy?
dude, just like one of the homies.
No,
And it
but,
got
like,
me.
So like, he knows he's got it on him, and he doesn't tell him, "Yo, I'm live. Don't take that shit out."
Yeah, exactly. But that's what I'm
What?
saying. Like the thing with the John Morant situation is, one, he's an idiot. He's being very dumb, and people are saying, right, but he has got a kid. He has a kid, and then there were allegations, and I don't know
He's a father.
I don't know the legitimacy of these or not, but apparently it came out that he got an altercation with like an underage kid at a high school game or something, and like beat some kid up. Allegedly, I don't know the facts on that one.
That's dope.
So yeah, so all these bad things coming out. So these are things that he can control, right? But then the other thing is like, you gotta figure out who you're around, man. Like think about like with what I'm doing, right? I'm trying to make it in doing media and being a personality with music, all these things. If I started getting brand deals, started having my face on billboards and all these things, and these other companies are trusting me to represent their brand. And
then
one
you
of the
take a pic-
homies,
No. And then you take a picture with a razor to your wrist. You're losing it.
that
You're losing your deals.
that's
bro.
not where I was going, but yeah, that would be bad.
I mean, that's kind of as close as like having a gun and waving it around.
Yeah, well, it's yes.
I mean, that might be a
different.
little more severe.
Yeah, that could be seen more as a cry for help as opposed to pretending to be something you're not. But that's where like if one of my friends, let's say we got a deal with Nike, and one of the homies from the TL, from Twin Lakes where we're from, is hanging out with me, and God forbid, I'm doing something that like I didn't want to be put out on the internet, and one of my homies goes live. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, I got a reputation. Like, especially like Ja, I imagine handling all those dudes' bills. None of those guys paid for that dinner that night. You know what I'm saying? He paid for whatever was going on that day. And you're going to get him in trouble like that. And don't get me wrong. He is dumb. He should not have the weapon. He shouldn't be flexing it and dancing with it.
But you shouldn't ever
that's what I'm
take it
saying.
out in an unnecessary manner.
Well, what are you driving around with it for in a fucking Jeep or whatever he was in? Just driving around with a fucking gun for no reason other than to look cool. Because what does John Morant do? Is he hitting a lick? You're in the NBA, bro. What are you hitting a lick for?
It ain't worth it.
You just play better next season. You'll get a bigger bonus. Like, well, there's no
bigger lick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got the bag from Nike. What other bag do you need to get? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I know it's stupid. Like, obviously, you could have a gun, do what you want. Man, but what are you doing with it out there other than to be cool? Other than you think it's cool?
You know, some rappers make it and they still make money off of Rap Legit, but they decide that selling dog food and cocaine is what they need to do.
Yeah.
And then they take their private jets, and they use them to, get to their shows, but they also use them in their pastime.
Yeah. I just think
some people just don't care, man. Some people don't care about the real life money. They care about having fun in their real life.
When it's different, I know it's people come from different places, and sometimes that's if that is like the only way to like survive or to make money, right? And then you come into other money, it might be difficult to like leave that situation when like all your homies are from that type of situation. But that's the thing that's the criticism of John Morant is that people say he's not from that. So why?
Like the guy on the live didn't have a gun.
Yeah,
he had a gun.
So that's what's weird. Yeah, it's just weird, man. But he's just speed running, destroying his career. Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, the screenshot I saw had 100 people watching.
Somebody is a snitch.
Yeah.
Bro.
So one of those 100 people.
Somebody is a snitch.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, dude. I'm trying to think if I ever said or done anything that bad.
Also, it's totally his fault. He should totally know he's gonna get snitched on if he's going on anybody's live with a gun.
Yeah. Why are you doing that, man? Just silly.
Yeah.
Just silly. But yeah, dude, I'd be pissed. I'd be pissed if one of the homies did that, and I was in the NBA. And I already had a gun thing happen like literally 6 weeks before that or a month or two before that.
Oh, man.
Just a dumb look.
No more dinners.
No. No, I ain't buying food for any of those scrubs anymore if I'm lucky enough to even play in the NBA. People are saying it might be like a fucking 25, 30-game fine or 30-game suspension. And he's going to get tons of fines. And the Grizzlies are pissed right now. They said they don't know what they're going to do yet. And
they need him.
They definitely need him, bro. And
don't they not have a sponsor on their jersey?
Dude, during the playoff, listen to this. So for people that don't know, you don't watch the NBA, they added recently within like the last 2 years, because Nike one brand will always sponsor the jerseys. It was Adidas for like the longest time. Then it's recently been Nike. So there's a Nike emblem on this shoulder, right, or right here in between the jerseys here, right? Nike sign. Other side, they recently just decided to make a fuck ton more money for the NBA. Let's add a sponsor right here. And each team will have a different sponsor. And the Grizzlies had one for a while. And then all of a sudden, I'm watching the playoffs, they don't have one anymore. And I'm like, is it because of all the dumb shit that's going on with this team? Because they got Dylan Brooks talking shit to like legacy players, talking shit to Steph Curry, LeBron James, when the dude is averaging like fucking 8 points in the playoffs or 6 points in the playoffs. And then, or is it John Morant with the gun and all this other stuff? Like, what is it, dude? And yeah, so something to think about, man. The Grizzlies definitely don't want that to like be the image, they don't want to lose money from sponsors and everything. That's what people got to realize. They don't even, it's not that the Grizzlies give a fuck about gun violence or how you portray yourself. They just care when that hurts their bottom line, right? And it's hurting their bottom line, at least in their eyes.
It's a heavy anchor holding them down right now.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for watching there, guy. Click right over here if you want to see that episode in its entirety. Or you can click over here and subscribe to the channel. See all the other fun shit we do here. It's really up to you, guy.